Alright, y'all, just want to let you guys know before we get started in today's video, we got LS Nasty Turbo Ranger giveaway going on right now. We got like 2 weeks left, this week and the following week, and then the giveaway is over. I got some new shirts coming out, but right now we got koozies up on the website along with all of our other LS Nasty merch, hats, shirts, stickers, keychains, everything like that. All you have to do to enter is go down, first link in the description below, lsnasty.com. Any merchandise you buy counts as an entry to win the Turbo LS Swapped 400/88 Ranger. So, best of luck. Hope everyone enjoys. Go check out the website. We got a bunch of awesome merch up there, and hope you guys enjoyed today's video. What is going on, everyone? Happy Monday. Welcome back to another video. We're here at LS Nasty headquarters. Monday is our day. We're trying to get a bunch of stuff done so we can go racing later this week. We're waiting on some parts for the Black Sheep. They should get here hopefully by like 10 o'clock. We got some stuff coming in overnight. Randy at Johnson knocked out a set of lifters and mailed them out by Saturday. So shout out to Randy, all the guys at Johnson. They are absolutely amazing. Customer service support those guys have and the product are all unbelievably awesome, and big thank you to those guys. So what we're doing on this, we're going to talk about this briefly before we get into the Silverback Z6, which is probably why most of you guys are here, is we're going to put some new lifters in there. We are going to pull the transmission back, make sure the flex plate and flywheel is good. Anything that could be making that kind of noise, we're just going to go over, put it all back together, and hopefully no noise, good to go racing, go testing this week. And then this Friday and Saturday, we're going to be at Piedmont, North Carolina, Piedmont Dragway, Caroline No Time. I don't know if it's a Blood Wars or whatever they're calling it, but they have a good Caroline No Time race. I know Logan's excited for this weekend. Are you excited, Logan?
Yeah, I'm very excited to go test.
Logan's more. Are you more excited to go test or go race?
Go test. That's
my guy right there. That's my guy. That's why you're part of LS Nasty. Should I show him? Go get him the trophy. Go get him the trophy, Logan. Show him the trophy. Logan and I are here early this morning. Logan's going to start pulling the transmission back while I film the Silverback, which you guys need an update on. But we just received this trophy. Early trophy for this year. I know it's been tough to test, but we were able to get it done. And that's
more testing than most people do.
Did racing this year. And here it is. This is the Test and Tune Champion of the Year 2020. I don't know if you guys can tell with the lighting. There it is. You can see, kind of see. Oh, boom. Of the year. My 2019 one is much larger than this.
Right.
It is much larger. But hey, you got to practice to play good. So we like to practice a lot. So that's what we got going on with the Black Sheep. Some people were really upset with the videos that we did at the track, but honestly, I keep it real. So if we go to the track and the car's fighting us and we don't get to make a pass, I mean, that's the video. One thing that I do is I keep it 100% real, whatever's going. Some people like flame me. Like, everyone's been yelling at me, man, you're an idiot. You pulled the damn rockers off and switched it up after you're on the dyno. Like, dude, it's okay. Like, I'm trying to do what I feel is the best. You guys aren't spending my money. I'm spending my money. So I feel like if I want to make a change, I can make a change. There's no right or wrong way to do it. You try something, if it works, it works. It doesn't. The rocker arms, we're gonna get that figured out. I just need to run like better valve covers. I'm running $60 cheap valve covers, and some people are yelling at me, why are you running cheap valve covers? I'm like, that's because what I had. I don't know. I mean, I didn't know I had to run $6,000 valve covers. So that's what we got going with the Black Sheep. We're gonna get it all figured out. We're not stressing over here. I know everyone at home's stressing a whole lot more, and everyone's hating on me for it, but it's okay. There's no rush. If we don't make a pass today or tomorrow, it's not the end of the world. We'll make one the next day. So let's get into it. Silverback Z6. It has been a while since you guys have seen it run. It was probably one of the more awesome, consistent, good running, real deal street cars, and we're bringing it back just to that. So the last setup on the car, as you guys know, it was that that LSR block that ended up going in the Black Sheep, which is now dead. That's what was in here with a TTI turbo kit. It ran on C16 and pump gas, so it was a real deal street car, and we drove it around. It's got the power glide. Now this is Chris's baby, and as you guys can see, it's a little bit tore apart, but it's got some major upgrades. So it's got a little cage work done to it. Jason Brazzel did the cage. It's still on that IRS. It had the transmission converter redone by Cameron, so it's still got the transmission converter in the rear. So it's got that factory Z06 diff. It's got drive shaft shop axles in it, and it's a pretty good setup. So as we go forward here to the engine and the turbo kit, this is where things have changed. I don't think you guys have seen it in this configuration yet. Let me move this out of the way here. This is a badass radiator. All right, move the badass radiator out of the way. And this is the configuration that the Silverback Z06 will have. There's no secrets on this thing. The only secret's going to be is we're not telling times because it's a real deal street car. And just like the cow, a real deal street car. We don't really tell times. Unlike the Cow, this is a twin turbo setup. It's got twin force inductions turbos, and I think I showed you guys the turbo kit on it before, but that's when it was set up to run air to water intercooler. And Chris decided just to make the leap and say, screw it, we're going alcohol because we can drive that around on the street. So it's got a big radiator. This is a very, very nice radiator. It's custom made for the dimensions to fit this. As you guys can see, it bolts in right here through the front frame. So the big changes were we ditched the intercooler and we were going straight from the turbos to the throttle body. And as you guys can see, it's got this nice Race Parts Solutions clamp on there. Along with that, we had to upgrade our injectors because we are going on alcohol. It's got a set of Build Atomizer 575s in there. They are awesome. Very good injector. Another change that we did because we are going alcohol opposed to E85 is fuel consumption is going to be a lot larger. So it's got a air motive mechanical fuel pump on there. It's got the Alky Diggers bracket, and then it's got the 12.5 gallon per minute pump, which runs off the front. Alky Digger sells this whole little kit where it's got the mandrel off the front, and you can get the belt and you get the bracket, and it works great with the air motive pumps. You can hang it low there. We got enough clearance down here because we got that TRZ tubular front end deal, tubular K member. They're Outlaw K, which is nice. Got a manual rack, so room wise we're good here. Very, very lucky that we did this right at the gate, because if we waited and tried to do it with the stock K member, there'd just be no room. So if you guys have a Corvette C6, C5, or I don't even know if they have them out for the C7s yet, I definitely recommend doing their Outlaw front end kit with the manual steering rack. It makes so much room. It is probably one of the best upgrades you could do to this car if you are thinking about going drag racing. So it's got the little ATI on it. It's got an alternator. It's got a fuel pump. And then it's got a nice System 1 fuel filter back here. There she is. There's the System 1 fuel filter. Same exact one that we're running on the Black Sheep. So we're trying to keep stuff similar to what we know works well. As you guys can see, everything has got heat shielding from DEI down to the plug wires. It's got Holley smart coils stuff down here. They're hidden just like before, so you can see them right down there. ICT billet smart coil bracket on there, and then everything's going. So it's going from the pump up to the filter, from the filter to the fuel rail. We got our LS Nasty valve covers. Don't yell at us. These are the cheap ones, same ones that were on there. And then we got the Motion Raceworks burn down tubes, or I should say valve cover vent bulkheads. So the setup is pretty complete. Like we spoke about before on this car, it is pretty unique. We got the Holley Dominator. I think the Dominator sits somewhere up here, right behind this, and it is still running on like a mixed, a hybrid harness. So we are able to keep factory dash, but it does run off of the Holley system. So Chris at Crawford Racing does this awesome thing where you send him your factory harness. He puts all the Holley ends on there and makes it so it plugs up, and that's pretty sweet. So one big thing you'll notice if you see a C6 Corvette and you're really paying attention, you're like, holy crap, that thing's got a drive-by cable throttle body. Yes, we're able to do that because we are off of that stock computer. One thing that Ben's been working on is making a throttle pedal for it. And I don't know if you can see, he's got one down there. He modified the factory pedal to work with that cable, and it's pretty sweet. So it feels like stock. It feels a little bit firmer than stock, but it works great, and it's in stock location. So it feels like a normal Corvette. We're pretty much wrapping up here. The engine, the bottom end, is like the V1 Black Sheep engine. It's got a set of diamond pistons, MGP rods, Dragon Slayer crank, so it's pretty nice bottom end. And then we got those PRC 247 hip heads on there with some adjustable rockers, bigger push rods, and a set of Johnson lifters. So a very good, reliable setup. Got the Mazir water pump up front. It is a real deal street car, so once you put everything on there, we're gonna be able to drive around the street. The car sits good, it looks good, it runs good. We got some Mensers coming for it. Shout out to my guy John and Mark up at Menser Motorsports. They're always taking care of us. Should be a well-rounded setup. The car is, I mean, it's a full weight. It's going to have full interior in there. It's still, you know, all glass, all steel. There's no Lexan anywhere. Now, I know you say all glass, all steel, but Corvettes are like composite, fiberglass, whatever you want to call them, but they still categorize as all glass, all steel. So it is a real deal street car. And the cool thing is all the power windows, all the door poppers, the trunk pop, the headlights, turn lights, four ways, everything will work. The factory gauge cluster will work. So once you fire it up, you know, there's really no difference between this and a normal one other than the Holley's operating it. One other thing that we got, which I do want to mention about, which gets overlooked in a lot of builds. One is fuel system. Everyone overlooks the fuel system because it's not really that cool to talk about. But two is the brakes. So TRZ has this brake master cylinder adapter to run a strange manual brake master cylinder, which is like what we run on all of our race cars. And as you can see, we got that on there. Ben ran the brake lines. It's like all Earl's fittings, and the brake lines and everything are run super nice. One awesome thing about this build is it does have a fire suppression system on it. Being on alcohol, it's very important. You got to have all your safety gear and everything up to spec. So this does have a fire bottle in there where you can pull it if anything happens. As you can see, we're just getting that stuff mounted up right now. So it's awesome. It's running all the HOLLEY stuff, all your HOLLEY sensors, your pressure transducer, your converter charge pressure. It's got your vehicle speed. I don't think this one has drive shaft speed because the transmission's in the back and that's a little goofy. But you're able to pick up wheel speed off of the factory sensors because we are on that little hybrid system. So it's a pretty well put together build. A lot of thought has really gone into this build and like everything. So Ben's been doing literally all of it. Jason did all the fab work. Ben's doing all the fit and finish and fit up and installation of everything. And a lot of thought has gone into this, and you could really tell because everything's right where it needs to be and it looks good and it runs. I mean, fired up, it sounds amazing. I think I had a video of it fired up, but it had the push rod came off the rocker arm, but we got that sorted out, so everything is good there. So I'd say within the next like couple weeks, we're gonna see this thing fire up and drive around. We're gonna take it to the dyno, and I mean, it's gonna be a bad son of a gun. We'll hopefully a little bit more power than the last time. The last time it only made about like 920 horsepower, and that was with twin 62s. I think now it's got some twin 72s on there, so a little bit bigger turbos. Force induction turbos. We got our wastegates and blow-off valves from Jose as well. So I mean, it's a very, very tasteful setup. It's classy. You can be able to drive it around. Nothing crazy. It's not, you know, something that you got to start up and make a pass and get pushed back to the trailer. I mean, you're gonna be able to drive this thing around town and do whatever you need. So it's a pretty cool setup. We're still running the fuel tank in the back. It's got a pump that feeds the surge tank, which, oh, I didn't even talk to you guys about the surge tank. This is probably the coolest part of the whole build, I think. It's got this billet surge tank from Alky Diggers, which fits right in the center here. So the fuel tank feeds the surge tank feeds the pump. It returns back to the surge tank. Once the surge tank is full, that returns back to the tank. So you are able to utilize factory tank on this build. So like I said before, this build is going to be coming together here shortly. I'd say it's in the last 15%. And although the last 15% can be the most important and time consuming to how your build looks, Ben does a great job putting everything together. So be on the lookout for more updates on this. I haven't filmed a video with the SILVERBACK ZO6 and since we started it up, which was probably like 2 months ago. So I do want to thank you guys for checking us out here on a Monday. I know it's not one of the most exciting videos, but it is an update of what we got going on. I am about to go running around picking up some parts. We're hoping to get the Black Sheep fired up. If we can't get it fired up today, it'll be fired up tomorrow and everything check out, and then it'll be good. We're going to look to test I think Tuesday or Wednesday, and then we're gonna head to Piedmont Friday and Saturday. So if you're in the area, head up to Piedmont. Carolina No Time, it's gonna be a good one. It's a points race, so everyone that's always at the Carolina No Time races will be there, and we're hoping to make a few good licks and slowly chip away at it. Always comment, like, subscribe. Don't forget, we're almost at 100,000, so just get me to 100,000 already, damn it. I'm giving away the Ranger right here. I finally got my spark plugs in to put plugs in it. For some reason, I don't know if they're on like a shortage, but I wasn't able to get the spark plugs for it, and I got the spark plugs in. I'm gonna stick them in there, and then we should be good to go. You guys can win this by going to lsnasty.com. It's the first link in the description below. Any item you purchase is an automatic entry to win this. I just got koozies up there, so you can check out the koozies. They're pretty sweet. I just did them like on Saturday or Sunday. Any order you purchase, you get koozies with it, so that's pretty cool. But if you want to buy some koozies, it's LS Nasty and 82 Deck Nasty on them, and you can get that, and that's pretty sweet. So thank you guys for watching. Comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys in tomorrow's upload.
If you understand, you know.